From the News Channel 5 Network, this is SportsLine.
Good evening, Nashville. Welcome to SportsLine here on News Channel 5 Plus. I'm Jon Burton with you for the next hour. Glad to have you with us on another warm and humid summer night here in Music City. You see the number, give us a call. Anything on your sport and mind is fair game. We're going to be joined by Joe Rexrode from The Athletic at 8:15 after this first segment. And so much to talk with him about, both Titans and Preds and beyond, as we kind of get through the summer weeks here before the start of Titans training camp later on next month, as we work our way through the month of June and into July. Of course, big weekend coming up. This will be your last chance to chat with us before the big 4th of July weekend, which is coming up, of course. And we certainly hope you have a happy and safe 4th of July weekend. Long weekend, obviously, with 4th of July being on Monday. As we said, we've got Joe Rexrode, the sports columnist from The Athletic, joining us at 8:15. He, of course, is also on the Robbie and Rexrode show on 102.5 The Game, weekday mornings from 6 to 10. Somewhat opposite my show, the Greg Pogue and Jon Burton show on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio, but certainly does a great job over there along with Robbie Stanley. Also, coming up tonight, we're going to have you check out the Ric Flair press conference from last week. A week ago tomorrow, actually, is when the press conference occurred. If you're a wrestling fan, you probably know Ric Flair is going to have his final match of his illustrious career here in Nashville on July 31st. Originally scheduled to be at the Fairgrounds Asylum, but the demand for the event has been so high, it's been moved to Nashville Municipal Auditorium. Tickets went on sale last week. They may still be available. You may want to check your websites and Googles and all those types of things to see if you can still get tickets to Ric Flair's final match here in Nashville. We're going to show you his press conference from last week as he addressed the media, getting ready for another match, his final match. Of course, the 16-time world champion, the nature boy Ric Flair, set to step in the ring one more time, walk that aisle one more time. And it's going to be here in Nashville, where, ironically, he's won 2 of his 16 world titles here in Music City. And, of course, Tennessee Titans, they are on their extended summer break after off-season work. OTAs are done. Mandatory minicamp is done, with training camp set to open July 26 over at St. Thomas Sports Park. And, of course, all the rookies and veterans will be there. And, of course, one veteran that certainly will be excited to get back on the field after an up-and-down 2021 season would be veteran left tackle Taylor Lewan, still among the best left tackles in the National Football League, but certainly still hopefully no lingering effects from that knee injury he suffered a couple of years ago. Of course, it seemed to take him a while to get back to true form last year, but certainly now with another full off season to recover, he seems to be at peak form. And of course, he did attend OTAs over the off season and, of course, mandatory minicamp. A couple of weeks ago, we were able to catch up with Taylor Lewan to get his thoughts on his personal growth going forward this year and, of course, the Titans' upcoming season. Have a listen.
Against you per se?
Largely meaningless right now. I think you've subscribed it perfectly. It is subscribed it? Described it perfectly. General studies major. It is I mean, you can see, like, I mean, you know the players. The guys that are going against me are Harold and Bud and Weave. Like, they've been here. So I know them as rushers, but right now it's not worth even mentioning how they're rushing the passer.
What about Weaver, though, just coming back healthy and stuff? I mean, just even seeing him run around, what do you think about his?
We're in a jog-through mentality out there. So, to be honest with you, just probably should ask them. They look great, I guess. Harold looks a little slower. He's got a lot of money in his pockets now, so.
How do you feel about Dylan's development so far?
I won't know. Dylan seems like he's really gotten the playbook down a little bit better. His conditioning is a whole lot better than it was. But yeah, I won't really know about him as a football player until pads are on.
Dylan doesn't talk like a guy who...
He's an offensive lineman. He's your standard offensive lineman.
But he doesn't say, like, we ask him about the position. He doesn't say, I'm going to support the 5, and I really want to be the right tackle. He doesn't talk like a guy who's determined to win the job, which leads some of us, anyway, to perceive him as not hungry or determined to live up to his draft slot and stuff? Tell us.
I think that's probably putting a little more weight in your job than you probably should when it comes to guys' opinions of what you guys really think, right? Dylan doesn't care what you guys are writing about him. He's Dylan. The kid's from Minnesota. Like,
Nobody in
they
Minnesota.
drink in the wintertime, they hang out, they're salt of the earth people. Like, he's not me, right? He's just like loud and obnoxious. Like, Dylan comes in, he works, he says exactly what Vrabel wants him to say, and he boogies. He's your standard offensive lineman. And because he doesn't say, oh, it's the most important thing in my life to me right now, listen, like, he works in his effort on the field that I've seen, he absolutely cares.
What are some of the things that you could do?
That was decent. That was a nice little trap question.
With whoever's next to you at left guard, like, how can you at this point develop that chemistry, that relationship like you have with Sapp?
It just depends on who it is. Different guys have different skill sets. If Jamarco's playing next to me, learning him a little bit better. What is he good at, and what is maybe he needs areas of improvement that I can help him out with, whether we're in combination together or pass pro, and what he's good at, how he likes to set and stuff like that. I can help him in certain ways. With Brew's he's an athletic individual. He's fast. He's got he's a strong guy. So it's figuring out who does what well, and then working with him that way. I mean, you won't know till pads are on.
Is that kind of like an added layer of responsibility that you have to take on?
No, I've been doing this for 9 years in the same place. Like, any responsibility they give me, I'm more than happy to take. And I think those guys are responsible for themselves. It's not my job to win them the job or make them play well. But when we go out there, 5 guys on the left side of the line, me and whoever my left guard is going to be on starting day, need to be able to know what the strengths and weaknesses of each other are.
How's a Brew make up for lack of size with the smarts?
He's extremely fast and athletic. I mean, those are the two things.
Taylor, there's been so much construction going on here the last couple of years. It seems like it's maybe coming to an end in the next few weeks, months. How nice is it to see, the organization invest into helping, you guys on the field?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's a lot different than it was in 2014. Especially when you go from Michigan facilities, you come here, and I don't know what the hell we're doing here. You don't know really what's going on, and then the money that Amy's putting into this, it's a reflection of how this team has grown and done a whole bunch better. So can't thank her enough for what she's doing for us.
What are you drinking?
This is a smoothie. It's a protein shake.
Okay, gotcha. Like peanut
Yeah, it takes a lot to look this average.
What are you doing in the next few weeks before you guys report back?
Grinding harder than all my teammates.
Okay.
That's
what
I'm
does that
doing.
look like?
Well, a lot of running, a lot of lifting, a lot of position-specific stuff, a lot of diet, nutrition, a couple more of these bad boys, and we'll lay it down.
Does it feel good, though, to actually be able to do that and have a plan? Since last year you were kind of working
Absolutely.
yourself in?
Yes. I mean, last year, this time I'm out here in the training room, staring out the window, watching guys run around. Now I'm able to run around. It's, the OTAs, to me, it's been an amazing time and experience, something that I took something for granted in the past, and now being able to do it, I really enjoy it. And it's nice to come back in shape. There were so many times last year where I was, kind of just trying to do my job and be done, not going the extra mile like I have in the past, and so somewhat have made a name for myself doing. And so now it's nice to be able to have that conditioning back.
You run on a treadmill, on a field?
I run on a lot of things.
On a neighborhood court?
Yeah, I could literally, honestly, now that my ACL's good, I can run on literally anything I want.
What's your preference?
Solid ground. I would probably go,
So we
anything
eliminated
flat.
space.
Yeah, anything flat. This is decent. I would say this is probably, since I play on it, this would be the number one thing I'd like to run on if I were to, in fact, run.
Can you run on water?
That's what I would.
No. I think only Jesus did that. I'll give it a hell of a try. I'll send you a video before the offseason's over.
Speaking of grinders, Derrick Henry, of course, do you ever find yourself checking out the occasional Derrick Henry?
Do I go stare at him with his shirt off? Yes, just everybody does.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely. No, I mean, Derrick's Derrick. I mean, he works, you see his workouts, you see what he does. And genetically, too. Listen, genetically, the guy's just got it, right? You hear DK Metcalf's, when he was talking about his diet?
Right.
Respectfully, fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying? He eats Skittles and stuff. I'm over here eating greens and macros and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, you're a pretty decent-looking tackle. Right. But this guy, he's got, the belly with the six-pack, and he looks unbelievable. So, But Derek's a grinder, dude. He works really hard.
You held out for one of these.
I did.
You didn't come in and.
I did, and I asked for the money back, and John told me no, and that was hard. That was a hard pill to swallow.
Nowadays, the thing seems to be like you come in and you don't do anything. Do you wish you had adopted that strategy in hindsight?
It probably would have saved me about $80,000. So yeah, maybe. Hindsight's 20/20, though. You know. I'm just happy to be here, Paul. You know, I'm just electrostatic to be here. It's been an awesome couple of days. As far as guys holding, I didn't know. Do we have any guys holding out?
Simmons, maybe.
Holding in?
We don't know. No. I don't even. No.
Why so confident?
Maybe.
Well, you got to look historically how teams do their contracts. You'd think that, you know, they didn't mind going into my 5th year, just going into his 4th year. We're both first-round picks. And honestly, here's another thing. I have no idea. Right? I don't. Like, you're literally asking me things that I could just speculate. I have no clue what Jeffrey Simmons is doing with his life right now. I could not even tell you where he's at in the building.
So he could be holding it.
Yeah, because I'm just going off of my experiences, right? That's what people do a lot. They just say because of their, like, what I know, it's the answer. But I really don't know shit, you know? I like you taking that.
Come on show.
Rich and I have been in contract negotiations. He is holding out. It's been tough.
Okay.
He's a Michigan man, though. I fully expect him to be on the show eventually.
Paid gases? That's corrupt.
What's that?
You paid gas?
Paid gases?
You paid gases?
Peg? Oh, pay guests. Pay guests.
You peg them?
No, I don't peg my guests, nor do I pay them.
The one and only Taylor Lewan at midseason form as he had some fun with the media there at the end of mandatory minicamp a couple of weeks ago. And it looks like he'll be healthy and raring to go, which is certainly a good sign for the Tennessee Titans, who have 2 holes to fill on their offensive line. They need to find their starting left guard and their starting right tackle this summer at training camp. And as he said, once the pads come on, we'll have a better idea as to who maybe has the leg up on both of those position battles. All right, time for our first break. When we come back, we're going to check in with Joe Rexrode, sports columnist from The Athletic. He will join us by phone. We'll talk a little Preds and Titans and whatever else is on our sporting minds. Stay with us. Just getting started here on SportsLine.